Assalamu alaikum. The 2nd of Shawwal, 1442 Al-Hijrah, the Islamic calendar. In Bangladesh, the day after Eid al-Fitr and the first of the Bengali month of Jyeshtha, 1428. And of course, the 15th of May, 2021. Let me introduce you, those who are listening to this program called Dark Room in Changetv. I am retired Major General Syed Muhammad Ibrahim Bir Pratik, a freedom fighter of the Bangladesh War of Liberation of 1971. And for the last 13 years, I have been the elected chairman of a political party called Bangladesh Kollan Party. We don't translate it usually, but only for the purpose of understanding, the word Kollan means welfare. Aim of my talk for last 4 to 5 minutes now is to make the international community feel, international community who may not be adept in Bangla, what we in Bangladesh are feeling, thinking about the ongoing crisis in Gaza, the ongoing crisis about the Palestinians, ongoing crisis created by Israeli offensive mood and actions. The month of Holy Ramadan is very dear to the Muslims all over the world. There is absolutely no reason for the Israeli military forces to have carried out firing and killing on people who are worshipping at the Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. They did it. It is not difficult to find events, how it progressed, have a timeline, minute to minute. I am not going back to 1947. I am not going back to 1948. But we must remember 14th of May is the founding day of Israel. I am not challenging the existence of Israel at all. As a state, let Israel exist. But may we request that as a state, Palestine also exists, the Palestine also exists. May I humbly urge upon the leaders of the world community that there is a book called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, that is about the Germans. There is a book called The Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, that's about 2000 years old story, written only 50 years ago, 70 years ago. So there will be rise of Israel, there will be fall of Israel, unless we amend ourselves. What amendment we suggest? We must coexist. We must live together. Let Jerusalem be a city open to worshippers of all religion. Masjid al-Aqsa is the third holiest site of the Muslims. Let the international community not become partisan. We in Bangladesh, we are moderate Muslims. Our faith is straight and clean. We are liberal Muslims. We believe in democracy. We believe in human rights. We believe in achieving our goal in a democratic process through discussion, through dialogue. But as we Bangladeshis had to achieve our own independence through an armed struggle, we cannot say armed struggle is to be banned altogether all over the world. Such armed struggles are usually forced upon. It was forced upon us on the 25th of March 1971. So currently, in my own version, Israel has forced upon the Palestinians an armed repercussion, armed resistance. May we urge upon the world to give a second look, to give a second thought, how to overcome the situation. The leaders of the world community who sit in the Security Council of the United Nations, would you kindly reconsider your steps? Those who are consistently opposing peace process, consistently creating obstacles, we would like you to reconsider your decisions. We urge upon the people of Bangladesh to be patient, to be sympathetic and think what we can do for the Palestinians sitting in Bangladesh. We can create a relief fund, we can create medical fund, we can create disaster management fund, we can dispatch relief in very transparent, official manner as approved by the government of Bangladesh. I appeal to you. We have our own problems because of coronavirus, unemployment, forced or enforced closure of factories and industries. In spite of that, it's a global village now. It's no more an isolated country, Bangladesh or Palestine or Israel or America or USA. We must live together. Those of us, those are the world leaders who have taken the right path of being with the Palestinians on humanitarian ground. For example, Turkey, for example, Pakistan, for example, Iran. We congratulate you. And those of you who have not yet taken the steps, we urge upon you to reconsider. Thank you very much from Dhaka, Bangladesh, on the 15th of May at about 6 p.m. This is retired Major General Syed Muhammad Ibrahim Bir Patik, Chairman, Bangladesh Kollan Party. And I must submit, before I spoke or I speak to you, I consulted my senior advisors, some of whom are professors, some of whom are engineers, some of whom are retired military officers, and some of whom are political workers for at least 40 years now. I speak on behalf of all of them. Thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing for a couple of minutes from now. Allah Hafiz, goodbye, Assalamu Alaikum.